panggil berlakon.
What is the stigma?
Masa I pilih you tu, my sister macam, because my sister memang tak tahu artis kan.
Welcome back to Girl Math Podcast with me, Sanjna Suri.
And me, Julia Farhana.
Our topic for today is social media. How does social media shape our reality? And where do we draw the boundary? So for me, social media, in my opinion, has made it so easy to show yourself to the world. With a simple click of a button, you will be able to know if someone's getting married, someone has a new car, a new promotion, yada, yada, yada. It also makes it very easy to share all your happy moments. But sometimes, just sometimes, social media, when used by a little bit of a delusional people, they may be expressing what is not really a reality, which is a false reality. And now this, when it's done too often, can be a problem for our younger generation because they are getting a wrong impression of what reality is. These days, pula, publicity is always given to negative issues such as infidelity. And sometimes they get so much hype about it that makes me question social media. But personally, the positive thing for me would have been the ability to, with a click of a button, connect with my loved ones because I have loved ones from different continents, different parts of the world. So that sense makes me feel close to them even when they're far.
I love the connection part, to be honest, but I also miss the time when I grew up 15 years ago when there was no social media on my phone. There was no application that would bring me to social media. I had a basic phone where I can call and text, but then that was about it. And today I feel like everything, as you said, is accessible. And if I wanted to look up a celebrity in the past, it wasn't as easy as it is today. Today, not only in the entertainment industry, but also wherever you're working, any industry, whether it's corporate entertainment, you're always associated to social media. It's almost like your CV. It's almost like your resume wherever you
is,
go.
yeah.
So when someone wants to hire you, I remember this vividly at the back of my head. My mom was looking for someone to help her. And I suggested a few names because I personally know these people. She's like, can I see their social media? My mom.
Wow.
And I was
Auntie.
thinking, you want to see their social media, but this is someone to help you to get from point A to point B. You're looking for a temporary driver. Why would you want to see the social media? Just to see what they look like, like their lifestyle and whatnot, see if they can click with me. I was like, wow, that's the reality we have today. But what if on social media, this person may seem shy, but then they're extroverted in reality?
Yeah.
And what about people like me who seems extroverted on social media, but in reality, I'm honestly an introvert and a nerd who would rather spend a lot of time with sheep on a farm,
Yeah.
Or maybe do like a makan session in nasi kanda or my favorite pelita. And social media isn't entirely my reality. It's not at all. And I feel like personally being an actress on social media, it's like the life that you see is perhaps 10% of my job and 5% of my actual life.
Yep.
Like the rest, the 85% of my actual reality is nothing it looks like on social media. I can guarantee. If you spend just a month with me, you would see the major difference. And so today, in order to explore social media and how it shapes our reality and the transition with time, I really feel like the guest we have today, that we invited today, is someone that can really give us great insight because we have invited a very beautiful person inside out. She's extremely intelligent, a great leader. I've worked with her a couple of times. She's a producer, an actress, a singer who started her career in the entertainment industry at the tender age of 9. And later on, she won a Best Actress Award from Malaysian Film Festival in 2009 for her role in the film Papadum, and a Best Actress Award for her role in an indie gone mainstream film called Kami. I'm sure you guys know already who I'm talking about, so let's dive in and welcome Liyana Jasmay.
Hello, girls.
Hello!
Thank you
Welcome
for
to
the
Girl Math Podcast.
awesome introduction. I'm like, woo, rasa macam malu.
I know you're not wearing sunscreen. You do know repeated sun exposure with little to no protection is going to cause damage to elastin, collagen, and skin cells. Do you know what that means?
But Julia, tennis was your idea.
Wearing sunscreen every day will prevent inflammation from UV rays.
But Julia, swimming was your idea.
Not without sunscreen. It is clean, uses plant-based ingredients, and good for all skin, especially sensitive skin. Your makeup with SPF is not enough. You have to use a lot more makeup to actually reach the label SPF. Use this. Its hydrating formula is going to give you a very dewy base. Trust me!
Julia, leave me alone!
No! Please! Sun Protection Factor SPF protects you from a specific ultraviolet light called UVB.
But Julia, most of the sunscreen makes my skin sticky and I look grey.
Not Melissa. It is invisible with no white cast or a greasy residue. Won't leave your skin grey either. This is the vegan AirFit sunscreen with SPF 50+. This invisible ultralight facial sunscreen protects the skin from UV rays and pollution. Infused with nutrient-rich kale extract, the plant-derived formula delivers SPF 50+ protection while helping to moisturize and soothe the skin. The non-greasy, fast-absorbing texture keeps the skin hydrated with a matte finish.
You either wear this or haunt you for the rest of your life.
And we're back with Liyana Jasmay. Thank you so much for gracing your presence here today. Sebelum tu nak tanya, the introduction yang Julia bagi tu betul ke?
Betul.
Nak tambah
Pandai,
apa-apa ke?
pandai.
So,
She
perfect
did
eh?
right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah.
of course I would get it right. Do you know how I know Liyana Jasmay?
Tell me.
Gosh, she didn't even know who I was then.
Wait, how?
Wait, I never told you this story. So, growing up, right, macam I ingat masa tu, I tengok TV.
Okay.
Lepas tu, this is random. My family tak pernah tengok cerita Melayu.
Okay.
But then my mom cakap, you have to watch Papadam, this girl is very good.
Okay.
And then I watched it and I was like, I was hooked. I was hooked to your character and I was
Oh
like,
my
oh my
God.
goodness, is she from Hollywood? Like, I remember at that age and I thought like she's such a great actress. I really, really want to be like her. And then fast forward years later, I worked with you.
Yeah.
And I was starstruck. I think I told you this.
You nak berak kan? So it was her first yang macam, mana Julia? Dia macam, oh dekat toilet. Macam, oh lamanya kenapa dia sakit perut? Oh okay. And it's just like, and then dia berlaku lah. And then dia
I
macam,
was starstruck. Someone said, I tak pernah starstruck.
and then she said like,
I
actually,
diarrhea.
I sakit perut sebab you. Macam, why? Why sakit perut sebab me? I don't know, I'm so scared sampai sakit perut.
Really?
No, I wasn't. It was a bit of scared because like I'm her first. I was her lead. Can you imagine? I watched her in Papadam. I already told myself she's an amazing actress. Imagine that's my benchmark. And then imagine I'm a heroine. And then I thought like you have no idea how much I prepped for that work and
Oh my
like
God, you
practiced.
did good. You did.
And you know what? On the first day, I was telling makeup artist, I can't do it. I have diarrhea.
Oh my God.
I almost wanted to quit. And I was like, no, I cannot quit. This is Liyana Jasmay. Julia, get yourself together. Okay, we're here to introduce her, but that's how. It's so embarrassing. I'm looking at it, I'm still embarrassed. I have to close my face.
But dia bagus gila. I mean,
Yeah.
she was so good in the series. Like, because, sorry, not series, telemovie.
Yeah.
Because that telemovie macam, I need a good actress. I need a good young ones. And
You were my benchmark.
yeah, and then what? Oh, don't say that. I'm
You
so
were my
scared.
benchmark. Yeah, that's why Bila introduced kan.
Yeah.
Bila tengok macam best actress. I'm not surprised.
Yeah, Alhamdulillah.
And then I followed. I watched her. I
Yeah.
terus follow macam I tengok Kami. I
Yeah.
tengok everything that she's done.
I think masa I pilih you tu, Manchester macam, oh, because Manchester memang tak tahu artis kan. Macam, I think I want Julia. Because I don't know I tengok cerita. I cannot remember apa cerita yang I tengok you or I dah pernah jumpa you before that. But you memang macam ada in my head.
Right.
Because I memang personally, I like my heroine to have that Malay face. I like brown skin color girl because I am a brown skin color girl. So like growing up, I've always feel like, oh, am I gonna lose to like a mixed girl? Am I gonna lose my character to a person who macam lagi putih, lagi macam cute? So I always have that. And if I want to be a director or if I want to be a maker, I want to give back that confidence to my girl,
To the Malay
to
girl.
the
Yes.
beautiful
Yes.
brown girl.
Love it.
Yeah,
Love
so
I
it.
love that.
Yeah.
Brown girl right here.
Brown girl
Yeah.
energy.
Who got diarrhea on first day?
Literally brown girl energy.
brown.
Embarrassing.
But
tell
you-
us
you did
more
well,
though.
yeah.
But tell us more about you that Google don't know. or the people or yang dekat social
Google
media.
don't know.
Betul, that's
Google
a-
don't know a lot about me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what we want to
1%.
know. Who's
Yeah.
Liyana Jasmay? Like, without the
Google?
producer role,
Oh,
without
okay.
the acting, without social
Now
media,
or like before?
any
Oh,
version
like
you want to
growing up.
share.
I think
Yeah.
like growing up, I've always been the bongsu punya anak, like you know anak terakhir macam mengada-ngada. I've always been the spoiled brat girl. I've always to my family always been the girl yang macam masih cakap oh kalau dia nak mesti dapat. Macam oh kalau Nana nak babah mesti kasih like that.
Aw.
And then I think as I enter my like teenage life,
Yeah.
that's when I started to shoot for my first big screen Castello.
Mm.
But before that I dah berlakon lah. 9 years old tu I berlakon. But macam I never thought that this would be like
Right.
a
But
big
was
break
it
for
your
me.
for
decision?
you.
It's
Yeah.
because I met Roshamno when I was like 10 or 9, I can't remember.
Okay.
And then when he was finding the anak for the character tu, dia macam duk cari I. Dia cari mana budak yang berlakon dengan dia dulu tu. And then entah macam mana how the universe work, we
Wow.
like kita jumpa balik. And then I went to see Uncle Badar lah, the director kan, Uncle
Right.
Badar. Went to his house because he needs to see me, you know. As a
Right.
director kan, he needs to see like how I look,
Person, yalah.
like how my vibe is. And when I went to see, I was like, oh my god, I'm so scared, just like you. I was like, oh my god, is he gonna scan me? Like, what is he gonna do? Like, am I gonna like do something at his house? But I pergi rumah dia. So macam
Right.
shit, what am I gonna do? Like, takut gila. I was with my mom. And then he was like, tanya macam, oh, okay. And then done. So Uncle Rocha kata, okay, you're gonna be the anak lah. And then at that time, I was like working with Era Fazira,
Oh wow.
Roshamno. I was only 16.
Wow.
And I was like, oh my god, I'm so scared. And like the character was like Isap Dada, you know.
Oh.
I'm like, Isap
It's a
Dada?
heavy character.
Yeah, like I don't know. And then my sister and my mom macam very supportive lah. So like, we should watch all the movies yang macam Hisap Dada to
Right.
understand what kind of drug it is. So
Right.
at 16 years old, I've been like googling about like
Exposed,
drugs,
you're
macam
right.
how people get high, what repercussion from like hisap tu kan.
Right. What was your reference? Like, was it Hollywood movie? Was it
Hollywood
Malaysian
movies, like I watch Hollywood movies and Thai.
Thai movies?
Yeah, because the character tu dia ada macam campur-campur Thai kan. So nama Pim tu yang dalam tu Uncle Bada asked me to pilih. So I pilih that name for the character name in
Wow.
Castello.
Wow, that is
yeah.
so
Pilih your own name for.
Yeah, he
wow.
asked me to do because he
And this was
wants me
Castello?
Castello. So he taught me how to do my character. Okay, so ni I tak belajar lagi kan, belum pergi universiti lagi kan. So 16, so dia ajar I, okay, macam mana you nak jadi pelakon yang bagus, dia kata. So you have to buat macam a notebook and tulis siapa diri you. So I
Who's
pun
your
macam
character?
siapa
Like
I.
a
So I pun tulis lah
background.
nama I siapa, umur I berapa, I suka makan apa, what is my favourite colour. So like I embody that. This is when I was 16 years old.
I literally got goosebumps.
Yeah, so I started to learn that when I was 16. I started to do the exercise when I was 16. So the exercise continue up for the second film and the third film up until when I further my studies for filming and theatre and film department in Sunway University College. So when I entered that course, only macam I deep dive lah, macam like, you know, characterization. But of course, I dah ada that kind of macam knowledge
Yeah,
from my
your
director.
foundation.
I dah buat
An
for 2
experience.
films before that. So macam, oh my god. So it was like, it's supposed to be like this lah kan. Then all this macam, you know, deep dive into characterization, doing theatre and also doing filming at the same time, learning how to do edits. But I did my diploma. This like, oh my god, nobody have done diploma as long as I did.
How long was it?
I mean, I did finish my diploma, okay? It's because second year of belajar tu, I had to shoot, you see. I had films.
So time
You were
management.
So
studying
the
and
time was
working.
crazy. But my father punya rule is, no matter, I never stop you. You can be an actress, but you
Right.
still have to study, adik. Dia cakap, you still have to have your diploma. You need this because it's for you. Dia kata, it's for me. Dia kata, it's not for him, it's for myself, right?
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
So then I had to like macam nak defer. Lepas tu macam tak boleh lah. And then my father came to the university and bring like a whole page of paper. My sister had to like kumpul. And my father told the people that my daughter speak about your university every time she is being interviewed. Okay, she is a proud student, you know, a pelakon yang also working in the industry. You
Right.
need to give this for her because it's her career. So I stopped for a year. And then I continued. So it was a 4 year.
Wow.
Damn, that
It
was
a
so
4-year
long.
Yeah.
journey.
Yeah, 4 year
And
journey
then
to
dia tak ada macam
finish.
sekarang. Sekarang kita ada
Yeah, sekarang kita yeah. But like time that one tak ada. Yeah. So then I had to finish that. Yeah. So after that 4 years finishing my diploma, oh my god, I'm so thankful. And then that's when so my course actually boleh belajar macam Melbourne ke degree lah.
Right, you can
But then I was
continue.
like calling my friend, how's the uni in Melbourne yang macam twinning tu lah.
Yeah.
Dia macam, oh tak best sangat lah, biasa je. So macam, oh my god, okay. Googling and I macam, oh, New York Film Academy. But it's not a degree. So I had to convince,
course,
it's a
right?
course. I had to
Yeah.
convince my father that I'm not getting a degree kan. Macam because
Right.
the cost of the price untuk belajar 6 bulan
It's like 3
boleh
kali
dapat
ganda.
degree.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, I
so
checked the price also before.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
nak yakinkan my father to like study in New York. Macam susah gila lah. Macam like so susah because dia akan macam kata, oh, kenapa tak nak pergi London ke pergi mana. I cakap macam, I cakap lah because you know it's Hollywood. New York ni macam semua filem you tengok mesti kat New York.
Betul,
Okay,
true.
you've got Mail.
Yeah.
Kan Sex and the City.
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
all the iconic film is in New York.
Yeah.
You want to get that vibe kan.
Yeah.
Tapi I also cannot ambil yang the long term because I was also working at
Working
that time. My
already.
father macam kata, no need lah, you just, I cakap boleh ke? Dia kata okay, as long as you pergi and then you still have the experience
The
to study
exposure.
dekat luar negara and learning with other people,
Yeah.
other culture kan.
Yeah.
My father memang macam tu. Dia suka I ni tak duduk dalam kepompong. Dia memang
Right.
suka you kawan dengan semua orang, you know.
That's very
Kawan dengan
cool.
semua orang macam you know macam learn from other people. That's macam lama gila nak convince satu hari dia kata, oh okay lah, you can study, but there is a syarat. My mom have to follow.
Oh wow.
And I was like, what?
Pandai lah. Your dad is a genius.
For the entire course.
6 months. I was like, oh my god, I
Oh,
cannot be
wow.
crazy man.
But yes, your dad is
He's so
smart.
smart.
Well.
Because dia kata, oh, it's so far. Dia kata, what if something happen? You have to fly 24 hours back. So macam, okay lah, bedal lah. Mama follow.
Yelah.
Mama follow.
Right.
So, dia kata, kalau London, I boleh. Kalau London, okay, you
So
can
dia
go
mesti
alone.
macam ramai
Then
kenalan
did you
kat
want to
sana.
change your mind and go to London then?
No,
You
because
still
I
wanted to go to
really
New
want to
York?
go.
New
So then
York.
I went to New York kan. So my mother was there with me for the whole 6 months. It was so funny.
And how old were you when
I
you
was,
went to New York?
I was 23. So I was 23 kan. Macam
Right.
muda
So that
lah.
was post Papadum,
After.
right?
After,
That was
yeah.
after Papadum.
After.
How old were you when you did Papadum?
Oh my god, 19, 20 macam tu.
Gosh,
19
so your
or 20.
career really took off from Castillo. Was
Yeah,
your first
yeah.
one at 16,
It was like a
17.
rocket kan. Macam it was like,
Yeah.
alhamdulillah, like, it was a bang like that kan.
Yeah.
And then, okay, so we went to New York and study and it was great. It was so great. Like, you know, I
You learned a
got
lot?
to like shoot with a camera 16mm, which like the oldest film camera. It was so small and we had to use Kodak lah, betul punya film lah. But then it was so small. So I had to experience that. To experience like holding the camera. You know ukur, you know kan macam sekarang kan, macam nak ukur how many feet.
Yeah,
So
just-
I shoot masa umur 16 tahun tu, I masih guna film kamera tau masa 16 tahun ni. So I experience yang diorang kena guna tape untuk ukur kita kat mana and all
What?
that.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, how old are you now? Okay.
Yeah.
Wait.
So when I was 16, that was like 2000 berapa tu. So kita masih guna yang So I dapat 2 kali. And then lepas tu kita dah digital dah. So I get to
Okay.
experience the last
yeah.
the last batch of using that.
That is
So
so
masa I pergi study kat New York, I get to do that. So I rasa macam oh my god, best gila. So macam because after that kan masa I 23 kita dah guna digital.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
all the
macam
way.
and I rasa macam best gila lah. And I bagi tahu my Uncle Badar lah kan. Dia kata oh dia pun pernah shoot in that film macam. So to get that experience mana ada kat,
Betul,
macam
betul.
itu takkan dapat kan. So it's awesome lah.
Nostalgic
And then
lah.
you know I did my own I buat I punya own foley. So I belajar buat my own foley. So dekat NYFA ni dia macam ada macam-macam
Got it.
Uh,
Kak
but-
Nana, tiba kan macam kelas.
Ah,
Kak Nana, ada sebab dia macam banyaknya inside dia kan.
Yeah.
Tapi to those macam kita semua pelakon kita tahu. Tapi kalau audience tak tahu, Foley tu apa.
Oh okay, foley ni macam kalau you tengok filem horror yang bunyi kaki, bunyi
Yeah.
macam ini, I did that.
Yeah.
So I belajar buat foley tu semua sendiri. So after that I balik and then I got married. Right?
Right after you balik dari
Yeah,
New
balik
York.
daripada New York, I got married. So kan they always say like, oh you know what? Like bila you kahwin tak famous dah tau. Macam you akan kahwin tak famous. It's true, you know? It happens. So like after I got married, memang tak ada job.
Just like that.
Tak ada orang panggil berlakon.
What is the stigma? Like, why?
Yeah, right? I mean, the stigma
Why?
was like macam, oh, you got married, so tak ada orang nak taste you lah, tak ada orang nak like you.
Is that the
So,
reason, or they think that's about you're married, you don't want to act anymore because your husband
I
may not
think it's
allow
because
you to?
the
Perception.
BODOH punya or
Oh, faham?
BODOH
Pandai dia.
punya mentality.
Right.
You know, macam very, I think macam kuno punya thinking. Which,
But we still experience it until today.
yeah, I know. That's why I hope I can change that lah kan. Macam, to me, it's like, it does not matter because you're a pelakon kan. Because when you are in acting, it does not matter. Because
Yes.
Hollywood does not do that, right?
was about
Any
to
other,
say.
even macam Indonesia, Dian Sastro is still being a lead
Yeah.
kan. Because people have to see our bakat.
Betul.
Bukan hanya
Your
luaran
single
saja
status
kan.
or not.
And I really remember that zaman. It was
Yeah.
actually zaman muka-muka mix tengah naik.
Yes, yes.
Tapi zaman sekarang ni terbalik. Muka-muka
Melayu.
Oriental,
Bata
Melayu
balik.
naik.
Yeah. So
Yes.
it's like a seasonal thing lah.
Yes.
And
It's
then
a trend.
I selalu rasa macam, oh okay, it's fine. Tak apalah, okay, and then memanglah macam depressed ke whatever, and then macam overcome it by opening
Right.
our own
How
company.
long was it? Like how many years though?
I think 1 or 2 years macam sedih lah.
Really?
And then macam, and then bila pergi New York, come back, and then macam buat New York Cinta. So that was our first OTT. Zaman tu kita nak, sebenarnya kita nak buat OTT zaman dulu.
I was about like, wait, what?
Ada OTT ke time tu?
Tapi
Ah.
kita tak panggil OTT lah, kita panggil Astro first. Tapi kiranya high budget lah for
Yalah.
a normal TV
Yeah.
kan. So we
Yeah.
did that. We did it with Bron. Bron was my pelakon. And then we started to pergi pitching and find work. But it's not easy. I mean, it's never easy. Because people always think that, oh, Liyana Jasmay mestilah dia dapat slot. People always say, oh, mestilah. No, it's not easy. Maybe sometimes our idea tak kena ke at that time kan. So macam kita always feel like it's okay. Maybe it's not our time yet. Maybe macam stories yang kita buat ni macam tak kena dengan the audience at that time. I understand the market. I understand. Tapi of course at that time macam you easily triggered lah kan. Macam I'm easily triggered person. But like now I'm trying to control myself. I'm trying to control myself not to be angry macam dengan mudah macam because I'm very angry person. I easily triggered by things. Because maybe those kind of emotion comes from like being a defensive person. Like, I've done so much, but you still treat me like this. Like it's always like that. And when people trigger me, I macam get so sensitive about it. But after my whole journey and getting married and like, filming and creating stuff for TV and everything, I think the worst part of like God tested me. I mean, alhamdulillah, I've run through a good life, right?
Yeah.
I mean, even though macam I rasa sedih ke whatever, but actually
Ups and downs
I've
overall is still.
but
yeah.
I've gone through a good life. I'm so blessed. I'm so blessed. Until today, I still have work.
Yeah.
People are still calling me. And like I walk, people are still like, Kak Liyana. I feel like those are blessings.
Betul.
People are still like wants to
Recognizing you.
see you.
Yeah.
Like Julia, like oh, I love you in Papa. Those are blessings that you don't realize. But of course,
Exactly.
these things come as you age, right?
Yeah.
All of these things, you will go through this life and you will pass it. And I think all of this, like this realization, to actually like, you did well.
Yeah.
You did well. It's because God tested me by losing both of my parents, like in a matter of time. Like when my father got cancer, it was when we were filming,
Really?
when we were filming together with Aflin, okay? So it was,
That was
like 2021
Oh.
or 2020. Kita shooting 2020 ke
I
2021?
think 2021.
2021. So I think
Ejap.
2021 ke
2020,
2020?
those years.
Yeah,
Yeah, those years lah
yeah,
kan.
yeah.
Like post-COVID.
During COVID macam
Yeah.
tu kan.
Betul.
So I think what opens my heart, opens like a lot of things is when, God loves you and He wants you to come back, right? Because you got a good life, sis.
Yeah.
He's giving you so much. I mean, there's turbulence along the way,
Of course.
but this is a test for you. You lose the pivotal person in your life. My father and my mom is the most pivotal people to me. Like, yes, I am married, I have kids, but
They're
the
your
most
rocks.
pivotal. Yeah, they are my
Right.
rocks. And I still go back to them. Even I have kids, I still go back to them like a baby. Like I still go back to them, like ask things. Like even if we have, macam contoh, we got, oh my God, we got a job. We got approved by TV3. We got approved. We will call the first people that we will
They're
tell
like
is
your
our
best friends
parents,
juga
not
lah.
even our husband.
Oh, wow.
We will call our parents first because we want to make them proud because they know. Kan? Because
Actually,
they
that's
the
true.
journey.
yeah, the journey
Yeah.
kan.
Yeah.
So I think losing them is such a like an eye opener. Like, oh my god, chill. You know,
Like this is
like
just
you got
temporary.
it.
Yeah.
You've. They have given you so much. My parents have given me so much. God have given us so much. I think I should relax.
Relax.
Yeah, I think
Wow.
I should like just whatever happens, whatever comes, I should be thankful.
And do you
Right.
think
Yeah.
it took losing your parents for you to
Yeah,
learn
of course.
this?
To get
Yeah,
that
of course. Yeah.
realization.
I think because it's been great, right? Macam bila hidup you terlalu best,
Betul.
bila hidup
You
terlalu
nitpick
macam
on
you lupa.
small
You
things because
lupa.
your life is great.
Yes, and you
Betul.
will try to complain. Macam you try to complain, oh,
That's so
I
true
don't
lah.
have this, I don't have
Yeah.
this,
Yeah.
I don't have enough, I don't. The truth, but actually, the run of course of your life was good.
Yeah.
God gave you good.
Yeah.
But it's always as a human, of course, we make mistake. We never
course.
want to be thankful. We never want to be
Yeah.
grateful. It always come from God. God gave me this talent. God gave me this idea. God gave me this creativity. God gave me good health to even wake up, to go and work, to go and
Yeah.
shoot. That is like the thing that I'm trying to be
Embodying
like
now.
yeah grateful with. Like I want to be like waking up in the morning, I want to be like thankful for Allah for my
Right.
kids to be healthy. Every day when I look at my kids, they are so healthy. You know, like we are living in this bubble in Malaysia, which we are so peaceful.
Privileged, betul.
You know, we are very privileged. We are
Betul.
all privileged. We can find food in a matter of time. It's not that hard. It's like what happening in Gaza right now, kan?
Yeah.
But like these are the things that actually opened my eyes after I lose my parents. And it was a hard year. It was a tough year for us. We didn't get any job during last year. We didn't get any work from stations. And it was a very downfall for us. And we felt like, oh my God, you know, God tested us. You know, God tested us with all of this. But what should we take? Right?
What's the lesson?
Yeah, what's the lesson? But not all of people can muhasabah diri kan.
Betul.
But this muhasabah diri, of course, because I also have my rock, iaitu my sister lah, Kak Baby lah, Adriana kan. So, we were always talking and crying. So, we were crying in a lot of spaces. Okay, it's so, I mean, it is sad, but it's so funny at the same time. We cry in pavilion, we cry in Chili's. When there's one time we cried, you know Paris Baguette? We cried twice there. So we were talking like, so me and my sister were talking like, okay, what's happening with us? Why are we like this? And I cakap dengan dia, oh my God, we should be thankful. I cakap, of course lah, macam kita macam try to comfort each other. And then macam we start to pour lah, crying. And then like, I realized the person next to us was like, wait, what is wrong with this? And also we were crying in Chili's. So they gave us the wrong macam salah tau. Macam order tu salah. And then we were and then diorang ingatkan macam dramatic ni. Are you okay? Macam is it because of the salah punya? No.
Yes, it was.
Babe, did you know the moisturizer that you have is a dermatologist developed lotion and the #1 face moisturizer?
Is that the...
And it's 100% allergy tested, fragrance free, and paraben free. Oh, and they also evaluate formulas for over 50 years and have generated an immense database on allergy science and formulation knowledge. That's amazing. And they call this process allergy science. How cool is that? And the result, even more precision in product formulation and less potential for reaction.
Interesting.
Yeah, pretty cool. Also, did you know many things can dehydrate your skin, including stress, that's me right now, lack of sleep, oh, that's you, pollution, air travel, that's you again, and time spent in the sun, oh no, that's me. Oh, wow.
Julia?
Wait, we can fight back with Moisture Surge 100-hour hydrator. Their gel moisturizer penetrates deep into the skin surface for 100 hours of stabilizing hydration. Wow, you know what? I should have bought one for myself.
Hey, are you crazy? 100 hours? What are you talking about? Who are you talking about?
Clinique, babe. Remember on your birthday when I took you out for coffee and then I gave you a bunch of gifts, which I say, hey, try it out and let me know what you feel about it because I might get one for myself. But you know what? I prioritized you first. So I bought a whole set for you and got no feedback. So I'm reading all the best ingredients for you.
Oh, wait. Yeah, you got me coffee. But what gift? What clinic? son. Does clinic help with memory loss too? Because maybe you need it then. Oh no.
Actually, we were crying because of,
Something
talking.
else,
But
yeah.
like, it's so funny. And there was like, at a certain, as you hit a certain age, nothing impresses you anymore. Like, macam, you just want to do work, of course.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to do work.
Yeah.
Of course, kita nak buat kerja also untuk cari rezeki untuk anak kita kan. Niat kita adalah, for me, macam my niat now is always like, cari rezeki untuk anak. Macam apa saja rezeki yang datang tu, semua I rasa is in Allah's will want to give me, okay? Nothing else. It's not I punya hebat ke I punya cantik. No, it's not about that. I always try to remind myself that nothing is from me. Okay, everything is from God. He gives me this, so I should be thankful and doing it right.
Right.
Okay, it's for the kids. It's for the
Yeah.
kids, for the family.
That's
It's for my family, yeah.
That's such a beautiful realization.
Yeah.
And such a beautiful process that you
Yeah.
went through. And
Yeah.
I would have never guessed because you are such a strong person to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Of
then
course.
tapi kan
I have to
wanna-
be strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tapi I want to go back a little bit
Yeah.
to the part when you say you're easily triggered.
Yeah.
Sebab yang tu, I rasa macam
You felt
yeah,
felt
I felt
something?
like I felt something because I want to know like what were you most triggered by? Was it like because you started at a very young age, at the age of tender age of 9, lepas tu 16, 17, and you were like a
Yeah.
rocket
I
going
think I
up.
was not triggered when I was that young.
Yeah, tapi the what was like the
I
cause?
think the cause would be like maybe as macam you get older and things doesn't go your way, and
Right.
because as macam I membesar dengan dapat segala-galanya kan, macam like I get what I want. But as you grow older, of course you won't get what you want, right? But of course to get that relation is quite some time because I was babied for so long
Right.
by my parents, by my husband, by like, but when I got to that stage where I feel so restless and I feel macam, oh my God, where is it? I know,
Yeah.
I
And
think
when was that? What fasa of your life that you felt restless and defensive and
I think
was
what
it after your
fasa?
parents passed or
No, before.
Before
Before.
kan?
Yeah, before.
Yeah.
Tapi after my parents pun ada juga lah macam tapi I try to calm myself lah. I try to calm myself lah. Yeah,
Like, can you
let
just
it
give
go.
us an idea of a situation like
Like what was the fasa
Yeah.
of like yang triggered tu, and what would give you like that self defense? Because I rasa kan
Yeah,
benda
I-
ni ada kena mengena dengan macam emotional regulation.
Of course,
And it's
yeah.
something that Asians struggle with a lot.
Really?
Yes, it's actually, I'm not sure if you noticed, tapi emotional intelligence dengan the ability to self-regulate sangat-sangat rendah, especially in Asia. And in psychology, macam benda ni kan, kita punya ability to self-regulate.
Yeah.
Kita punya ability, it's a skill that you have to learn.
Yes,
Benda
yes.
tu, you kena belajar.
Yeah.
And then that's why I wanted to know, dalam fasa mana yang Kak Nana
I
go through
think
this?
when I was like 27 to 30, like I think because like whenever I go and meet people, people like to question my ability.
Right.
And that's when I feel so triggered. Like people have to question my ability.
right.
Like
And you have
I've
to
been
prove
working
too much.
so hard, I still have to prove it. So I think that's when I get so triggered.
Right.
Because
Right.
I need to defend myself. My sister need to defend me.
Right.
And I feel like, oh my God.
Right. Do you think
Like-
this is because you're a woman?
Of course.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean,
This
to
is
be
why
working
yeah.
in a male,
Right.
male-centric, dominant thing.
Right.
Of course, at that time, macam perempuan, macam, oh my God, mudanya 27 tahun
Yeah,
nak
and then
buat kat
cantik and then
company.
actress.
Ah,
yeah.
pelakon lah, pelakon
kita
je lah.
ada-
That's how they look at me.
Right.
Like, pelakon je lah. Macam, kenapa kau nak buka company? Oh, bapak kau kaya ke?
That's
Ah,
how that's how
their
they keep you
mentality.
out of their thing. That's
Their
the
mentality
way.
is, alah anak orang kaya, anak buka company. Boleh lah. That's how they think. But they
Right.
don't know that we paid
Yes.
back my father's capital with all of the work that we did. And we did lose money. We did lose money when we did Belanja Me, right? Because there was such a drama. Like people did not appreciate, people were jerking behind us. The people who are making it were not honest with us, right?
Right.
So like we lost our money, and at that point people were like, "Oh, you guys are just making movie for 100,000." I'm like, "Yeah, but 100,000 is my money. It's my pocket. It's my hard work. It's not your money." It's so easy for people to
Yeah.
just like cheap film, 500,000. But it's not your money. It's not your pocket. Hard work. It comes
Exactly.
from us.
Yes.
We felt defeated that time. We felt defeated. We felt cheated. with macam kita rasa macam orang yang kita trust lied to us.
Yeah.
Like literally like you macam we percaya you but you pijak us. At that point, I had to meet so many people. So many people helped me. Other people helped me. A lot of people yang macam tolong I lah. Orang-orang muda lah kebanyakannya kan. Actually Razai Syam. Razai Syam tolong I masa tu. When I wanted to edit for my film tu kan, Razai Syam tolong me and kenal ke I dengan orang ni macam-macam. And I rasa macam that time macam, oh my God, you know what? No more. No more other people gonna direct for my work. No more other people gonna direct for my craft because they don't appreciate us.
Right.
They don't care where the money comes from. Right? They think money comes from pokok ke kan? Dia tak tahu yang kita usaha ni duit kita.
Yes.
Kan? So orang mana nak tahu. Sebab tu bila jadi boss, you kena tahu buat benda tu. You nak jadi boss, you kena tahu macam mana nak pegang kamera. Kalau orang tinggalkan set you boleh shoot. I still boleh shoot. Cameraman nak tinggalkan ke, AD nak tinggalkan ke, sebab ada kawan I pernah shoot orang tinggalkan set dia perempuan. Dia director perempuan. Okay, orang tinggalkan set dia because of why? Why do you do that? Because she's a female director. So this director female thing is happening. Macam memang betul orang bully because why we cry? Women cry, why men don't cry? Okay, so men don't cry macam apa? Macam best sangat ke tak cry kan? So when female cry, contoh macam kita sedih. Of course kita emotional, but we can snap out of it. We cried, take it off, we can roll.
Correct.
Right?
Some of them smoke to release tension.
Yes.
We cry release
We
tension.
cry release tension. But they like to take, dia awet,
She's weak.
sikit-sikit menangis. Dia menangis dalam meeting. Oh my God. Those triggers me also. Like those triggers me also.
Because
And
you
also,
degrade women for who they are.
Yeah.
It's in their nature.
Yeah.
They're sensitive.
Yes, we
But
are
it doesn't mean
sensitive.
we're weak.
but we are strong.
Yeah.
We give birth. We give birth.
Yep.
Okay.
The highest threshold of pain.
Yes.
Which many
So,
cannot
would you
take.
happen to know who is the youngest female director in Malaysia?
Oh my God, I don't know.
Then it would have been you because you were in your
I
early...
think it would be me.
Yeah, it was in your... But then, you know what I wanted to say? Kenapa bila there is the youngest male director, tiba tengok kamera kan?
Yeah.
It was all over the news.
Yeah,
we have the
yeah.
youngest female director
Yeah,
here.
they won't.
Whether
yeah.
it was her first time or not, tapi she had no support.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know? Tapi macam kenapa there was no coverage? Kenapa there
Yeah.
was no, you know, there was
That's
no
why we have
hype.
Girl Math podcast.
Yeah.
We want to talk about
Right,
these
right.
things.
I mean,
yeah.
it was never like macam you did that.
Highlighted.
Yeah.
Never highlighted.
Given an opportunity
Yeah,
at
never.
least. Like, Liyana, congratulations on becoming a first
Yes,
director.
yes.
Here
But
is
the people
some funds.
the people who have faith in me, the people who trusted me, is always the people who grew up with me, right? Like macam masa dulu pernah Abang Ilham pernah cakap dengan I. Masa tu kita nak buat filem Bella and Jamila, dan dia cakap, "Oh, kenapa adik tak direct?" Lepas tu I macam, oh tak nak lah lagi. Masa tu I macam was in this awang-awangan lah, macam being a celebrity, being a pelakon, you know, macam that kind of hat. And then macam, but he already macam ask me like, kenapa I tak nak direct, right?
Yeah, why didn't you want to
Yeah,
direct?
right, at
Yeah,
that
why?
time. And then after that, bila direct, and then dia cakap, itulah, I already asked you to direct for so long, and you should have directed that, kan? But then I feel like the people who grew up with me always have faith in me. Right, because they know us when we are on set, kan? Macam I have people who like macam they put a trust, macam they trust lah, macam like dia tahu sebab kita punya, you know, passion, the capability.
Right.
The people who doesn't want us to grow. Okay, so there's one day I was like looking on Instagram, right, social media. Okay, I was watching TikTok, and then I saw this macam perempuan lah, dia macam give talk. Then dia kata, they will only like you when you are either lower than them or same with them. But if you are higher than them, then they be like, oh, why is she like that? Oh, why does she behave like this?
Correct.
Oh, you know, because of tak suka. Is like macam, I don't want you to be more than me.
Because it's hitting their insecurities.
Yes,
These people, so they want to bash them down, to
Yes.
elevate themselves. Tapi tak sedar, they are actually, it's their own insecurities yang tengah
Yes.
keluar
It's
ni.
reflecting.
So I've
Yeah.
met people like this.
Yeah.
I've met people who like, they just want to be Nana. They just want to be adik. Like, oh, Nana is adik. No, I don't want to see Nana become better. Because
grow.
if you are a friend or if you are a person who
genuine
have seen me
Yeah.
growing up, why wouldn't you want to
Root for you.
root for me, right? If you are not rooting for me, meaning you don't want me to succeed,
Yes.
right? You just want me to be there.
Yeah.
Right? Nothing more than you. I've met these people. I believe that Allah will allow and give when the time is right. And I just feel that patience is virtue, patience is key. We just have to be better.
Yeah.
We don't have to, we ignore all this person who doesn't want us to succeed. We go with the people who root us. We
Yeah.
be in this, so that's why when it's also like mental health or mental, how we protect our energy, right?
Yeah.
Be with the people who
Who
root
really
for you,
wants to uplift you?
who wants to uplift you.
That's why women
and
are
it's good.
always creating circles and community around
Yes.
supporting
Correct.
women. Tapi kita, unfortunately, dalam industri kita, dia bukan sahaja datang daripada it's not gender bias sebenarnya.
Yeah.
There is, of course,
Yeah.
dalam certain apa ni level
Yeah,
dalam
yeah.
industri tu, you akan ada gender bias. Tapi even amongst us yang sama level sebagai pelakon semua, we talk about each other behind each other's backs.
Yeah.
We backstab each other.
Yeah.
We don't support one another.
Yeah.
We question
Yeah.
their rezeki.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
question
yeah.
their fame.
Yeah.
Macam one thing I'm proud to say about myself is that I tak pernah question orang punya rezeki.
Yeah, don't question that.
No,
Yeah.
kalau I was casted for the same thing and I rasa macam
Tak
I
dapat,
deserved it better, tapi I tak dapat, I
it's okay.
literally say,
Yeah.
okay, it's not my rezeki.
Yeah.
And I learned it the hard way.
Yeah.
And then kalau I tak dapat, let's say I dapat pula tapi I tak dapat nak buat, my friends are the first ones yang I recommend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yang mana especially I rasa macam ni sesuai. And then coming back to social media, I feel like, do you see any difference with the industry pre-social
tadi we were
media?
just talking about it,
Correct.
right?
And then you also did
Post-social
mention
media.
that you were one of the first ones also
Yeah.
the year that it was
2010.
already out,
Yeah.
2010, you dah already
Correct.
download social media. You
Yeah.
ingat lagi post you yang
Yeah,
first
because
post?
I was like scrolling. I want to see what was my first post, and I still remember the first post. Macam memang kelakar gila. Gambar zaman dulu kan macam saturated. And
Oh
macam,
my God.
dude, it's so funny.
The orange
Yeah, the
tone.
But we
orange
thought
tone.
that
And
was
then we
the
put filter.
bomb.
I
At the
remember
time,
that.
was the best lighting.
It was 2010 because you
Yes,
Googled just now, right?
yes.
So I've been playing Instagram since 2010, right? And I think, of course, it evolves. Like from the first, I had my picture posted in 2010, and now there's pro and cons, right?
For sure.
I mean, I don't really post my personal stuff inside my social media. That's how I protect my energy. That's how I protect my family. That's how I protect whatever things that I don't want people to talk about that matters to me the most, right?
Yeah.
All right. And then to me, social media is a good tool. Okay? If we see it positive, it is a good tool. It's a good tool to showcase what you have. Kan? You
It's like
can
a CV,
showcase
public
like
CV.
yeah, you can showcase all the best thing. If you are a singer, you can sing. Like if you're acting, you can do apa
Skits,
sketsa ke
skits,
whatever, whatever, right?
Cook, everything lah you can do on it.
I look at it macam tu. Kan even up until today pun kita pun macam dah banyak work with brands and working on TikTok and Instagram. I feel it's awesome. But of course there's a bad thing around it when you start to write things without thinking, right? There are times also when I wanted to comment or I wanted to write on my story like
Yeah.
I'm emotional,
So
kan?
many
So I
times.
wanted to, and then I delete it.
Yeah.
I feel like, oh my god, this is not right.
Same.
Yeah.
Right? So if we need to have that thinking before we post.
Think before you click.
Yeah, think
Yeah.
before you click. Macam, oh my god, macam I marah. I marah-marah nak marah. I don't think so. I don't think this is right. Because like it will have repercussion after
Yeah,
that.
And that's
right?
why the close friends now exist.
Yeah.
If you really want to win, pandai-pandai lah you filter the super,
Yeah, yeah,
and then you
yeah.
can reach out your loved ones. It's
Yeah,
like sending
yeah,
a
yeah.
WhatsApp group message.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. And then do you feel like there is like a social responsibility to
Of
be
course
on these
there
social
is.
media apps, especially as a celebrity?
Yeah.
You're also like, are you pressured into showing up as who you should be for the public?
I don't have that pressure. So like, I'm a very honest person kan. Macam like this is who I am, right? And then apa je yang I tunjuk on TikTok ke on Instagram, if it's me, it's basically genuine.
Yeah.
You know, like food I makan ke, I'm not paid for like whatever I do on TikTok. Macam I pergi makan kat kedai tu, I letak nama. It's just purely because I just love to eat. And I just like love to share where I eat. You know, that's just like me. And there's also like ad campaign, macam kita tunjuk brand of course.
Yalah.
And yeah, that's it. I don't post any other like personal stuff or when I'm angry
Yeah.
because that's just how I separate it.
Yeah, so you
right?
keep a part of yourself reserved, and then
Yeah.
you show them what you feel like is.
And even if there
it's like-
is something that is triggering,
Yeah.
like there is, like somebody said that, oh, she's so ugly, and how did her husband like want her?
Is that the one that recently went viral?
Yeah, so that's when, okay, maybe
You look
I should
beautiful, by
just,
the way, in that
oh,
video.
Who
alhamdulillah.
is
I don't,
so blind
no,
to
I don't
say
mind.
that?
Actually, I don't mind. I don't mind.
Yeah.
It's just that a few people were
I
like,
remember that. yeah.
accusing whether I am still with my husband or not because I don't post my
Right,
husband's
right.
picture, right? And then I feel like, oh my god, maybe I should just post one just to like make them stop talking. So
Yeah.
I do that
Right.
just to like put down whatever that they are
Rumors.
thinking.
Wow.
Yeah.
Correct.
Because I don't put my husband's picture. I
Yeah.
don't post about him. It's
Yeah.
because he has his own life. You know, like I don't
Correct.
want to disturb his peace.
Exactly.
Because
Yeah.
whenever he's on work, I don't want like for him to have that limelight. Like it's
Yeah.
fine, and he also we have this understanding,
Yeah.
and we don't like to share so much about us because
Exactly.
sometimes bila orang tengok kita happy sangat pun orang takkan suka. Kita tak tahu orang suka
Yeah.
ataupun tidak kan,
Yeah.
macam menggelabahnya happy lah sangat. Kan jadi macam tu pula.
Betul.
Macam jadi
Tapi we
alah
can't
menggelabahnya.
satisfy everyone.
Yeah, so
Because
that's why we need as a person macam for me, this is
Set
my
the
line.
boundaries.
Yeah, this is my boundaries. Yeah.
Okay, so Kak Nana, with all the phases that you've gone through, daripada pre-social media, post-social
Yeah,
media, it's
yeah.
currently we're evolving into like this whole very public situated punya social media experience.
Yeah.
To you, being a celebrity and seniors to us,
Yeah.
what is your thought on celebrities taking down other celebrities? Tak kisahlah apa pun yang dia buat, tak kisah under what circumstances, whether it's human right, whether it's their personal mistake. What is your thought on one celebrity taking down other celebrities within the same industry?
Oh, that's a tough question. Okay, kalau benda tu macam mengaibkan ke kan, maybe settle it behind. If they have, okay, if a celebrity and celebrity have problem, maybe settle it like not in
In the
front.
public,
Yeah, in
yeah.
the public eye, because I tak condone public eye ni. Because that's just my macam my thing. I don't condone fights. I don't condone hate
Yeah.
or whatever that we have. Macam kita sakit hati pun, I don't want to condone it to public eye. Okay?
Yeah.
So, but if celebrities putting others down, I don't like it because we know how hard it is.
Yeah.
We know how hard it is to make it in the industry. We know how hard it is to make money. We know how hard it is when a certain actors doesn't get any more jobs. You know, the girl is still young, but they don't get job. Right? They always get the same people or tak famous. That we know how hard it is. We know how hard it is to work in this industry.
Yes.
People who even macam dah stop and then buat kerja lain, berniaga. So why are we doing it to our fellow
Yeah.
people, right? We should be, if there is something there, we should just direct. Ask them ke, tanya ke, DM privately ke kan.
Exactly.
And
Like what you did for me when
Yeah.
I was going through something very public.
yeah.
She DM'd me, let's go for Pilates, let's go for
Yeah,
coffee.
I told you
Honestly,
don't kan? I told you don't.
Yeah,
Like
and
I have friends yang macam cuba I cakap jangan. I cakap
No.
the only thing that I always say that jangan. Don't write it in public, please. I said because we don't want people to think about it and then they make assumptions kan.
Correct.
Tapi if
That's where
somebody
assumption
else-
stems from.
Yeah.
Betul. Tapi if somebody else is already, like say, doing it about you, takkan you just berdiam diri je?
Yeah.
It's
do
fine.
you not want
But
to
why are you not
defend?
like
I mean, if it depends on that circumstances kalau apa orang tu buat dekat I.
Right.
Macam if it's mengaibkan my family, maybe then the lawyers should settle it. Kan macam maybe there are things that lawyers should settle it. I don't have to give my 2 cents to the people.
But what about this? Since we are a celebrity, the ones who are also sort of supporting us and all that are the mass market, the people.
Yeah.
And they think because we're doing that and when something like that happens to you, it's our right to know because we're also sort of paying your bills. So what do you respond to that?
No, we don't owe anybody, and we don't owe them
An
that.
explanation.
We owe
or-
them in making them happy. Like
Through your
watching
work.
us, through our work, through our craft,
Right.
through our work. We make them happy by all the creations that we make.
Right.
But our private life, that is not something that any other people can just like chive in and
Right.
just
Yeah.
macam
Right.
nak jolok-jolok in
Yeah.
our private life. That's not. And you have to put a stand on that, kan? And if other celebrities are doing, if you feel that is not right, you don't have to put down on them.
Right.
Yeah.
Just
Right?
support who you care for, but don't
Yeah,
have to
and you
kick a
don't have
dog when
to
it's
like
down.
macam post it on Instagram.
Right.
You don't have to do that.
But question, when people do that, they get a lot of attention from
That's
people.
why
They get a lot
itulah
of
that's why I'm saying niat tu lah.
Yalah.
So kalau niat you kerana apa? Macam adakah betul niat you untuk buat kerana ini? Dan kalau niat you buat kerana ini, you tak ingin untuk mengaibkan orang lain
Right.
ataupun menghancurkan orang lain because okay, the best of deeds and the best of akhlak, right? So as human, we should have the best of akhlak. We try to have the best of akhlak to everybody. We do not try. The best of akhlak means like the best of behavior. Yeah. So the best of behavior to other people. Do we want to make other people sad?
no.
Like even though if we know that's wrong, should we like do we want to announce it to other? Do we want to announce it to people that dude she's bad?
Yeah.
Dude, don't just like she's ratchet.
If
Like
you
that,
actually
she's-
care about that person,
yeah.
you would want to go to that person and say,
And
"Hey,
say
I've
it.
got an advice for
Yeah,
you.
I
gotta
think you
tell
should do
something."
this.
Yeah.
Kita kan senang.
Yeah.
Kita Islam kat sini senang.
Macam mana kita nak keluar daripada that comfort of that bubble?
Only if they travel. Only if they see how hard it is
Only
to
if they're
being a
willing to
Muslim
pop the bubble.
outside.
Yeah.
Right.
Only they know how hard it is to being a Muslim outside.
Absolutely, I absolutely
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah.
Sebab I went to Italy. It's not easy being a Muslim there. To
Yeah,
be honest, we
yeah.
are very privileged in Malaysia. Kita
100%.
So
sangat
this is why.
manja.
This is the reason why. So this is the reason why we are fighting. This is the reason why
blaming
kita
each
ni macam
other.
ala-ala orang putih tapi versi macam Melayu. Macam kalau orang putih white privilege and kita macam Melayu privilege. Macam kita tak tahu, kita bubble tak. Bubble macam
Right.
kita ingatkan senang. Lepas tu kita nak marah each other. Sedangkan we are so good. I pergi
We're doing
satu,
the best we can.
and also I dah pergi negara yang also macam ada Muslim tapi tak boycott.
Oh yes.
Absolutely.
I
Coffee
went
brand
to
tak boycott.
Yes.
Boycott. And there are like
Me
everywhere.
too. I've been to those
Yeah.
countries, and I
Yeah.
would think those would be the hardest countries to.
Yeah, but
Tapi
Malaysia is so
full.
good.
Yeah.
Tapi
I'm
Malaysia
so proud.
semua.
At that
Yeah.
time, I'm so
Yeah.
proud. Like, oh my God, I'm so proud
Yeah.
to be a Malaysian.
Same. The kedai near my house pun selalu orang pergi, sekarang dah tutup. I was like, wow, it worked.
Yeah, it does.
Tapi
Kan?
I pergi kat benua negara lain, my gosh, when you would
So
be
that
surprised.
is the beauty of being Malaysia.
Yeah.
That we forgot, and then we like to fight with each other. And I'm so sad about that.
Yeah.
I'm sad like artists gaduh with each other.
Yeah.
I'm sad that you are trying to prove that I macam I rasa macam okay, yalah kau lah yang terpaling hebat lah. I am the best Muslim. I am the best celebrity because I'm posting this. Don't do that. It's not nice. You know, if you are really doing it for the sake of Allah, you will less, kan? Okay, follow code ping alert.
So dalam code ping alert ni apa yang diorang
Okay, so-
ketengahkan? Apa yang diorang fight for? Apa
Okay,
yang
so
diorang
it's
post?
actually a transnational feminist for peace. Also, that's why I followed last year because it's a woman punya movement.
Right.
So, diorang memang before this memang diorang sokong semua macam Africa and everything
So
kan.
semua global
Also
issues.
Semua
lah.
global issues yang follow.
Right.
Tapi bila macam this Gaza thing happen, they are so hardcore. If you want to do something like this here, we can. But we can do an organization which is on
Betul.
our right path where we can help and we can fight. But we don't just bash like
you know what
macam
I-
melulu.
Correct.
Macam without having like knowledge.
Correct.
Without having macam a proper introduction what it is. You know, what it is, what are you doing, what is it for? Or is it
The
just
purpose.
hatred? Is it just dengki?
Correct.
Because I read the comment macam nak hapuskan, nak bungkuskan artis tu. Ataupun
So much hate, man.
yeah, and then ataupun macam oh dia ni sebab dia menunjuk kemewahan. So when I read this, I feel like this is more like macam
your personal hatred
yeah,
towards
but
that
it's like
celebrity.
more like hasad dengki kan.
Yes.
But I always believe it's fine. Macam apa yang I cakap to my friend, macam I do DM my friends. I said it's fine. Don't read it. I said kan Allah knows best what you guys are doing. That's all I can say to my friends. You know, like I feel like what they are going through. I mean, I don't know. Maybe my name would be next in the list. I'm not sure also, kan. But what I can do is I just have faith. No, it's fine. The God knows where we stand.
Yeah.
God knows where my friends stand. God
Yeah.
God knows why my friends are doing this. Only Allah knows.
Yeah.
And I'm not angry at them. I sedih for them.
Correct.
Because I sedih every single name that is put in there, and for being bashed. they are working, they are
Yeah.
finding food for their family. Yeah.
Betul. And I like a few points that you brought up. Like number one, they're fighting for the right reason to the right
Yeah,
channel. This
yeah.
pink code alert, right?
Yeah, it's so
And then
cool.
that's number one.
Yeah.
Sebab purpose dorang sangat clear.
Yeah, purpose are
Intention
clear.
dorang sangat
Yeah,
clear.
and they are feminists,
Yeah.
So that's why all of their pictures always like mothers and children's, like so they know they have a goal
Right.
in their dorang punya organization.
Right.
Yes.
A
and
very
it
clear
is a
goal.
non-profit
Yeah.
organization.
And disebabkan orang punya intention is so clear, they're not attacking anybody who's not with the movement.
No, they're
Betul.
not.
Dorang,
They're not.
if
Yeah.
you want to
Attack
join
the
the
enemy,
movement,
tu je.
great. The
Yeah.
more the merrier.
Betul.
But if you're not, maybe you lack awareness, maybe you lack education,
Yeah.
then you need to be educated first.
Yeah.
Tapi dekat Malaysia sedihnya,
They
kita
expect everybody to be on one bubble, same idea, and then
not
just
really.
So that
but
is the bad.
my observation is, it's a personal attack.
Yeah, it's a personal attack.
Using
So this is the bad thing about social media lah.
in Malaysia lah
Yeah.
kalau kita tengok.
No, actually seluruh dunia pun ada. Macam actually
Different
personal attack
thing.
ni semua pun ada. Macam dekat macam luar negara
Tapi
pun ada juga.
you mask it with something yang macam a global crisis. You mask it with a global crisis, but this
I
is a
don't like it
personal
when
attack.
I don't like it when they mask it with religion. I don't like it.
Absolutely,
Don't use
100%.
don't use the religion
To mask your
Yalah.
personal
to
attack.
kutuk orang.
Yeah.
Don't mask your religion to macam just to say that we are not good. Of course I'm not. I'm not perfect, right? I'm not even wearing hijab. Kan, but God knows how hard I want to be closer.
Yeah.
Every day I'm trying
The
to
struggle.
yeah, the struggle. Of course, everybody wants to go to the right path. Nobody wants to go to the bad path.
yeah.
It's like if I want to tell people what can I share is I do want to be the better version of myself every
course.
freaking day. I want to try hard to be on that path. I want to get closer to Allah every day. Even though sometimes there are days where I'm like, pull back, and then I want to go back. There are times where I cannot even wake up for salat. I want to try better. I want to be better. My tongue are so like dry. I don't even zikir. But I want to be better. Tomorrow I'll zikir more.
We just had this conversation in a different episode where I told Sanjana that yang betul-betul kenal you 100% is God. Nobody else. Nobody on this planet would know your intention. And kalau lah intention itu dikongsikan, you have no rights to judge that intention. If it was a mistake, it's a mistake. But they shouldn't be, they shouldn't receive so much hate for a mistake, for a lack of awareness.
But
Sebab
what-
kadang-kadang
yeah.
kalau kita nak educate ourselves on everything that's happening, sekarang ni war bukan satu je di dunia.
Banyak
There are
war.
actually a lot.
Yeah.
Tapi kenapa kita bukanlah nak kata nak focus on something. There is so much happening at the same time that kadang-kadang I pun tak sempat nak keep up. I can't keep up, and I'm trying to be my best version. I'm trying to be the best wherever I can support in terms of human rights or the global crisis. I am doing my best too. Tapi to be hated for something that I lack is really mean. So to conclude our discussion today, which was really
A lot.
and to me
Very
there's so many grand takeaways. But what is your, I would say, like 3 key takeaways on social media creating our reality?
Okay. I would say number 1, don't take it too hard. All right.
Beautiful.
Keep it some to yourself. Number 2, every gossip or every bad thing will pass, so as news in social media. And the third one, protect your energy. Surround yourself with only what you like to see on the social media. It's not wrong to not follow a person or mute a person. All right? As long as it protects you, your heart, and your mental.
Yeah.
Julia?
For me, oh wow, suddenly I get asked
Yeah.
three grand.
gotta think.
Yeah.
So gotta think.
of takeaway.
Yeah, but for me, right, number 1, know your intention.
Yeah.
From everything that you've shared, I think number 1, the grand takeaway from this entire discussion is, number 1, I would definitely want to be more mindful of my
Yeah.
intention on social
Yeah.
media. Second, about I love the part where you don't support celebrity taking another celebrity down. If intention you is right, DM them.
Yeah.
Even if you don't know them.
Less talk.
Exactly. And number 3, I think if you have a personal issue that is not related to a global issue or a society issue, then keep it private.
Yeah.
Don't
keep
post it on
private,
social
yeah.
media. So these are the 3 takeaways that I learned today. What about you?
God, I learned I think 100 takeaways. I put the
100
all over the place. Tapi I
Okay, what's
think
your first one?
I think like because I'm the kind of person who always thinks that my career is surrounded by people. People are my majikan macam tu. So I think listening to you keep saying that the only person to provide you rezeki is God always reminds me like, why am I afraid of people?
Yeah, you don't have to be afraid.
Yeah,
of
I am
that.
always I hide so much from my personal life.
You
I'm
should
not
not,
even
yeah.
Muslim.
Yeah.
But I hide the most precious thing about me, which is my dog. Takut
Yeah.
nanti industri tak nak ambil I. I'm too this way. I overthink a lot. So going back to the conclusion, I realize never be fearful of anyone but God.
Yeah.
And number two, I think it's just to constantly remain authentic. I think too much of what the algorithm is. What can I do to interest
Be
people?
genuine, yeah.
Yeah, that I sometimes lose my authenticity. So that and back to the third one, which is always niat lah.
Yeah.
Niat tu
Yeah.
segala-galanya.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I really thank you, Liyana.
Thank you, Kak
You
Nana,
have
for coming
really
on.
changed my perspective on
Nasib baik
social
hari ni I tak
media.
diarrhea.
Semua soalan yang I plan semua tak ditanya. Tapi
No,
tak apa
tak
because I
perlu,
learned
like,
I think that
yeah.
and our audience would have learned so much from you.
Inshallah,
and,
inshallah,
and a lot of
alhamdulillah,
things
yeah.
that you mentioned, I looked at you because
We
have
resonate. We talk
literally-
about this
yeah.
a
Yeah,
lot because we're all
alright.
about women empowerment. We're all
Yeah.
about supporting each other.
Yeah.
Like if you had a film, I was there
Yeah.
because you launched it. I'm gonna be
You were there.
Yeah.
You were always there.
I'm always
Thank
there.
you, Gla.
Of course, because I know how hard you work.
Yeah.
I watched you since Papadam. So I'm like, oh, it's
I would
it's
do that to
lovely.
any of my friend that would want me to be
Look at
there
you
for
here.
them. Yeah.
Look at you here.
Yeah.
You
And, like,
she
used
really-
to watch her and wish you were like
Yeah,
her, and now
I
in your
know.
podcast you
Yeah.
have her.
No, it's crazy.
Wow.
It's crazy how it came like to
Yeah.
this. You know,
Yeah,
I'm absolutely
yeah.
grateful.
No matter like if okay, I'm just giving an example for your peers. I know your peers are different. Like you guys grow up in a rat race. To be honest, there is a rat race among you because you guys are young. Who's gonna get that role? Who's gonna get that campaign? But always remember that you are in your own lane.
Yeah.
You don't need to be racing with others. Okay, Sanjana and
Yeah.
Julia, that's my advice to you. You are good in your own talent. Believe in your talent and always know that God will allows you and gives you what's best for you when the time is right. Okay? And do not look at others and compare yourself.
Yeah.
Because you are good at what you are.
That's a beautiful
Yeah.
conclusion. Thank you so much for being on Go Math Podcast. We love you.
We love you
Love you
really.
guys so much.
I know you're not wearing sunscreen. You do know repeated sun exposure with little to no protection is going to cause damage to elastin, collagen, and skin cells. Do you know what that means?
But Julia, tennis was your idea.
Wearing sunscreen every day will prevent inflammation from UV rays.
But Julia, swimming was your idea.
Not without sunscreen. It is clean, uses plant-based ingredients, and good for all skin, especially sensitive skin. Your makeup with SPF is not enough. You have to use a lot more makeup to actually reach the label SPF. Use this. Its hydrating formula is going to give you a very dewy base. Trust me!
Julia, leave me alone.
No! Please, sun protection factor SPF protects you from a specific ultraviolet light called UVB.
But Julia, most of the sunscreen makes my skin sticky and I look grey.
Not Melissa. It is invisible with no white cast or a greasy residue. Won't leave your skin grey either. This is the vegan Air Fit sunscreen with SPF 50+. This invisible ultralight facial sunscreen protects the skin from UV rays and pollution. Infused with nutrient-rich kale extract, the plant-derived formula delivers SPF 50+ protection while helping to moisturize and soothe the skin. The non-greasy, fast-absorbing texture keeps the skin hydrated with a matte finish.
You either wear this or haunt you for the rest of your life.
And we're back. That was such an insightful conversation with Liyana Jasmay. It got heavy. We talked about a lot, tapi I felt it was really timely and relevant for what's happening today. And for me, I think as a conclusion, what I have learned is that, yeah, social media too, you cannot deny. It's really powerful. But as she said, it's your intention behind how you use it. If you only want to use it for the best, then you will only use it for the best reasons. Tapi if you are a little toxic that way and you do like to get involved in all these negative things, then you will be. So it's about you choosing what you choose to do with your power of social media.
Yeah, and that is exactly what creates your reality. So,
Yeah.
social media will reflect what you do on a daily basis. And it will reflect in your reality. So, if you want to see more good, do more good.
Yeah.
So, to those of you who are listening, thank you so much for joining us. And to those who are watching, as always, please like and subscribe so that we can create more videos like this for you. And leave us a comment on what was good, what wasn't. We'd love to hear your feedback and have a conversation with you in the comment section. And we also want to remind you guys that we have lifestyle videos coming up for you guys, the more fun side. We've got
Yeah.
mukbang, we've got beauty, we've got skincare, we've got stories to share. So I guess we'll see you in those videos too.
And if you're listening to us on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, please don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Threads, and also X because we would love to connect with you there.
And we'll see you in the next episode. Bye.
See ya. Bye.